lessons for personal and business goals. Entrepreneurship is increasingly becoming a powerful tool for solving societal challenges while creating sustainable economic opportunities across different sectors. Individuals are leveraging the skills, education, and professional experiences to build businesses that not only generate income, but also contribute meaningfully to community development and social transformation. One area where this intersection is particularly evident is in the creative industry. Fashion entrepreneurship continues to play a significant role in job creation, skills development, and economic empowerment. Beyond aesthetics and commerce, fashion businesses are increasingly embracing social responsibility initiatives aimed at addressing pressing societal needs and supporting vulnerable groups. At the same time, education remains one of the most effective pathways to personal advancement and national development. However, many children in public schools still face barriers to support. Many schools still face barriers to learning due to limited access to basic educational resources and support systems. This reality has inspired many entrepreneurs and community leaders to use their platforms to bridge gaps and create opportunities for the next generation. Today, we'll be discussing bridging mathematics, fashion, and social impact, the journey of purpose driven entrepreneurship and educational empowerment. And joining us in the studio is Adedoyin Faith Akinwale, the CEO of P Faith Designs and founder of the Faith Clothes a Child Initiative. Adedoyin Faith Akinwale is the CEO of P Faith Designs, a fashion design company that has thrived for over 13 years. He is also the founder of Faith Clothes a Child Initiative, NGO, officially launched in 2025, through which his company donates at least 10 school uniforms quarterly to students in public schools. A proud native of Oyo, Osun State, Faith holds a national diploma in computer science from the Polytech Ibadan 2014, a bachelor's degree in mathematics from the University of Lagos 2021, and a master's degree in pure mathematics with distinction. He is currently pursuing a PhD in mathematics. In addition to his academic and entrepreneurship pursuits, Faith is passionate about traveling, meeting new people, and driving. He's also skilled in academic tutoring, professional driving, singing, and digital marketing. Oh, that's a lot. Good morning, Adedoyin Faith Akinwale, and welcome to Trade FM Breakfast Business Briefing.
Yeah, good morning to you, as well.
I was saying, I was really, really impressed because it's like you're keeping it in the bag. You know, you mean serious business,
Okay, if you can say that again.
and I love it. I'm motivated now. I want to do mine. I want to go for the masters.
No, I don't think before we go up a little.
All right, let's get straight into it. So, what inspired the decision to combine a strong academic part in mathematics with entrepreneurship in fashion?
All right, to start with, while growing up, I love when I see people dress so nicely. So when I see you dress, I times where I walk up to you to tell you, you look so good. So
Mm,
this is what actually got the mindset of fashion.
mm,
Then my father never wanted fashion. Yeah, he never wanted it. So immediately after secondary school, I just decided putting let me learn. I wanted to learn for fun.
mm,
Then that was the initial state of fun. Let me just know it so I can dress myself. That's all. But a lot of things, circumstances change a lot of things, and now I'm a business, a company, and you can say a lot of things about it. So that's aside. Then for mathematics, I've always loved maths,
mm,
right from secondary school, so primary school. And by default, my father happens to be a disciplinarian, he's an academician, so he's strictly school. He doesn't believe in entrepreneur. So I still want to satisfy him. I still want to satisfy myself still, and I can see that I can multitask. So try to put in two together.
mm,
So and I won't lie about that. Mathematics actually helps a lot.
mm.
Fashion.
That's quite opposite to what a lot of people would say in school, because everybody runs away from maths. Yes. Everyone runs away. So, would you say you're a fashionista?
Um, I want to change that narrative.
Okay.
I was gonna be thinking
Mm,
reason because I fell into a situation where they recruited people and I was paid. So I tried to, I don't want to say I'm fashion designer, I want to change it to be, I'm being tailor. Let us use that initial um, name and let us bring it back to state that tailors actually do well. Because I was actually putting in for something, I wanted to get an accommodation, and the man asked me, or the agent asked me, what job do I need? I said, I'm a tailor, and I lecture as well. Then it was like, I want you to meet your man, you telling them, you know, this and this in my mind. I was like, are you kidding me? What's so bad about it? So I tried to change that narrative. That okay, I really want to keep saying that. Tell me anything I want to say. If you are not doing well, it's fine. It's not you. It's not you. It's not right now. So yeah.
Mm. So one of the name of your clothing brand is Clothes Age How
No, that's the that's the NGO.
NGO.
Name of the fashion industry is Peach Fair Design. And the NGO is Fit Clothing Child Initiative. So it's two different.
So what actually inspired that?
2024 December, I would say it's an inspiration from God. Yeah.
Mm.
I can remember that I just finished beating somewhere around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So as I was just transiting from my bedroom to my room, I just keep hearing through the child this and that. Then just within that space of time, I got to what I need to do. So specific. It's just just specific. I had to write it down. Then I faced a lot of challenge. If not God, I would have backed it because I really faced a lot, and which I will mention some of them if you don't mind. Maybe because of the interview because I would have really backed out. Is it from government officials? Is it from registering it? Is it for getting funds? The funds was even the problem, sincerely. But meeting government official, telling them this is what you want to do, in a way, humiliating you can't do this, you're too small for this. Imagine, so it's a whole lot. So
I don't know how bad that was our felt because I can't obviously relate. But yeah, so let's talk about how you merge, your mathematical um history or identity together with your business.
okay, like I said, it's a two different thing. And while I was in school, I just tried to put priority to a lot of things. I still want to do well. I'm a win-win person.
I love it.
So I when I'm in school, I do strictly work. Once I'm out of school, I do strictly things. Once I leave the things, I don't think about work. So whenever I am in school, I put time into a lot of things I do. And there are days where I'm in school, so I think about business, but the major thing, 90% of it is strictly work. There are days where I was sitting lecture, a client called, this and that. I had to leave, school because this was where I was actually getting on this phone market then. Yeah. Because like I said initially, the fashion business was not what I wanted to do to make money. I just wanted to know it and prove myself to make sure I'm just nice. That's it. But at the cost of the journey, I lost my dad, and I was just looking, wow, I have these, I can do things, I can just make money from this, then it just started like that, gradually, and that's it. So basically, it's just timing. I give time to them. When I'm in school, I do book. When I'm outside of the school, strictly business.
Now, you see those challenges you're trying to mention earlier. Let's go back to
Okay.
So, what were some of these challenges you faced while you're starting your fashion business?
Okay. A lot of people say fonts. Mine was not. Um, when I started, I sold one of my phones to buy my first national.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
That's on November 19, 2014. Yes. So I sold that for 20,000. I bought the first machine 16,500, and I had that like very strong with me that with the machine I can be able to buy another phone. I actually placed the target, and within the space of November 19 to December 25, I got it with the funds I had to do. Although I had to just bring it from the business money just because I really needed to get it forward because it had to help for the business and that. So number one, fund was not a challenge for me. One of the challenges is just able to convince people that you can do this, you can do that. And one thing about the fashion industry is that you don't have a permanent client.
Mm.
You don't. But it seems better in terms of the male in the male fashion industry because I think strictly male compared to that of the female. So for the male, we are just starting off trying to get a lot of people that you can tell them that okay, this is what you do. Social media was there, but I was not really into it like that 100%.
Mm.
Then I got to know some things about that. Then from the learning process to when the business started to when you now feel like you need people to work with you, that was another bigger challenge where you see people that want to work with you now. Tomorrow, tell me they are not available any longer. And I won't blame them. So it actually taught me a very big lesson that nobody stays permanent.
Mm.
Yeah, nobody stays permanent. So that's another challenge. Having people to work for you
Mm.
that can understand your vision and your mission for the company to go forward further. And me, by God's grace, I've trained a lot of people, more than 20, if I'm
Mm.
not mistaken. So, and I know people that are good. I know people that I have to be paying for some particular period of time. And for me, I just want it to be big as well. So, it's basic challenge is having people to stay to work for you because you can wake up today, tomorrow, they tell you I'm not interested any longer, and you cannot tie them down. So I think these are then for the fake child initiative, like I said, one of them is the government parastatals where you have to take permission from education secretary, write a letter, you have to meet them one on one. In fact, I don't want to mention the local government because one of the way we plan to distribute the school uniform is local government by local government. At least two of them, two schools in each local government. So you have to go through the education secretary of each local government before you can be able to go to the school to do this. To meet them even in the office is one big thing. You have to call secretary, time to that number to the so that's number one challenge. Number two challenge are like the headmaster or the headmistress that are not sincere. They want their people. Meanwhile, the initiative is saying let's give uniform to those really in need of it. They're so far so good. I've already just met one headmistress that was very true with that.
Mm.
I just told her, Mark, you know the student better than I do.
Yes.
And just let me pick out students that you really know that these people are, and you can testify that they're actually the school uniform. And she did. Funny thing is that a day after when I left, she had to call. She had to like, I forgot a particular boy, which was outside the budget already. And I was like, what is so special about the boy? And the woman said that this boy comes to school irrespective of he has a uniform or he does not. That thing really broke me. I don't have a choice now to just to that. So some of them just want to pick favorite. Some of them want to pick for their children,
Mm.
which are not truthful, and those are some of the challenges as well.
Mm. Mm. Interesting. So now knowing that it's scholar, um,
Okay.
what are some of school lessons, school ideas that has helped in this your fashion business? Yeah.
All right. Academic. Anybody that's gone to school, before was to school, we always and we normally do well than an entrepreneur that did not go to school. I would say it hundreds of times because there's always a difference. Exposure, it make people opportunities. I've won grants before,
Mm.
not one or two.
Mm.
So this it was just pure academic. I've gone for entrepreneurship competition in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, and this is academic. It is not I was in my house making clothes for people. Not that I can't get it, but it's very slim. And knowing the fact that okay, you are kind of popular in school, your brand, so a lot of staff actually knows you. So whenever they have an opportunity, they'll say, oh, "Let's give it to this guy. He can actually enjoy it." There's some sort of student where they were going to represent the University of Lagos, US. They have to contact him to make an attire for them that will represent that will show that okay, we are Nigerians.
Mm.
So things like that will actually help. Then mathematics, whether we like it or not, you love maths, you don't love maths, you are doing mathematics every day in your head.
Yeah.
because you enter public transport, how much is my fare? You know the actual price you are getting back. That's number one. Number two is that in the fashion industry, there's no how, if you don't even want to know anything about mathematics, you know the basic arithmetics, which is the plus, the subtraction, the multiplication, and division. You will definitely need it. I don't want to know how dull you can be. That must adapt to that. So, academic has really represented that.
Now let's talk about how you translate this mathematics into you wherever you turn into it. Yes, yes.
Okay,
How
anyway,
you apply it
apply.
basically. Yes.
Apparently, like I said, it's a two different things. Just that by default or by God's grace, I can multitask.
Mhm.
I just love something that will make me think outside the box. That's why I am in the mathematics space. And mathematics, we have different aspects. Currently doing pure maths into strictly analysis.
Mhm.
So let us see what the situation, let us analyze it, and that. So it's if I say I'm bringing into to my fashion is still bouncing back to the basic arithmetic. I don't do my DYDX on clothes.
Mhm.
But there was a particular time I brought a design to the of mathematics to my clothes. That was when I started getting married. And it was only my mom that got that idea that, oh, you brought mathematics into so I was happy that you at least you so it's not like maybe I need to solve an equation before I can put into clothing, but although, like I said, the basic arithmetics are very, very well needed when it comes to that. So it's a two different thing. And when I go through, I'm doing when both
Mm.
how it happens, I don't know. But
Interesting.
yeah, it just goes through research.
Let's talk about you doing well in both consistency now. How are you able to, balance these two things?
Ah,
How are you being able to show up every day for your business, for your school life?
okay, first, I liked God's grace. And number two, I don't joke with time. I, I use my time very well. It's just recently I changed my pattern of my time when I clocked 30. So in my 20s, basically, I do anything, anytime, anything, anywhere. In fact, my sleeping is timed.
Mm.
Yeah. So when I put that into play, um, when like I said, when I'm in school and I just have a budget of what I want to do academically, okay, in the space of 2 to 4, I want to strictly read reading.
Mm.
Then I still have people that are better than me academically, like people, but at least I'm still one of the best. Let me put it that way. I don't do too much. I only do what my lecturer gives me. So I don't have that time to go to library. I don't have the time to look for more fun and more books to read. I just do okay. This is what you give me in class. I make sure I understand what all you are saying in class, even if at all it's not going to be all. But when it's time for exam, I put a little more time to my academic than fashion. And while doing all this together, fashion is now getting bigger where I have people that work for me.
Mm.
So I try to give them jobs that I know in the next 1 week they are not done.
Mm.
So that will give me a lot of deviate my timing from fashion a bit. All I just need to update, okay, what do you have to do? Have you done this? Okay, let me see. Okay, this is what we need, and we are good to go. So with good timing, that's actually helped me. And like I said, from default to I love mathematics is what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a professor,
Mm.
like right from kid. Like I've always wanted to, and mathematics has just been suitable thing what I can do without thinking twice. So I think I just need to that.
Mm. Interesting. Now, so like speaking of personal, when you've had personal experience and everything, what are some of the misconceptions people have about you being a mathematician and a fashion um, designer?
Um, so far so good. I don't think I've had any misconception,
Mm.
but a whole lot of people keep wondering how I pull up for maths for academic, and I still do it in fashion. Like none of them actually lacks. Like you wouldn't know. In fact, when I was doing, and I don't post my academic stories on social media.
Mm.
It was only the day I was doing my graduation. I don't even go for convocations. And it's not just my thing. It was just the reason why I went for my MSc was because I know I wanted to do it and all that. So it's so and I posted and a lot of people wow. So you came out with this and you're doing fashion and so that actually gave me a respect for my industry.
Mm.
So I and you meet people that they want to relate with you, not on the fashion based level. They still want to talk more than okay, you can still fit in this, you can still fit in that. In fact, he gave me a particular job. Sometimes when I was serving, I was the president of my CDS then. So I that was election period, and political people would come around, this and that. And I addressed the way I was addressing the whole corps members. There was a woman that was not speaking, and who are you? This, come and meet me. And we talked. I was like, from there, I just got a job that I never signed in for. So though it's remote, but it's
And
just
still something.
yeah, it's
Still
exactly. So
away from everybody.
no, my wife was sweet. I wouldn't like to.
There are a lot of these house
I
and
know.
running away from this because they think they should.
It's NYC
So
it's not fun. I would like to go. For me, I made this switch for myself.
Mhm.
Although I served in my department in school, University of the Department of Mathematics, University of Lagos, and as at that period of time, maybe first 5 or 6 months, I was on strike. So now, as a president, I was doing more works to the CDS itself, going for empowerment, going for giving out, going to hospitals, that's shelter, a lot of things. So I make fun for myself. So if you're talking about NYC, we had a very nice NYC, a nice one. And it's a very nice one.
That's good.
So I don't think I have anybody giving misconception about okay, mathematics and my fashion. It was always a yeah.
So what gap in education or society inspired the creation of the educational empowerment initiative?
Okay, the gap. Um, I can't really point, but one thing I want to say is the creation of the like the if I want to get it for the NGO itself, I believe yeah, the creation of that there was a particular time. There's a government school along my house route, and saw students going home. Their uniform at that hard, and while me I was growing up, I went to a private school. I never had that type of situation, so I just want to wonder in my head how they feel. And all these people, with time, over this age of a thing, I got to know a lot of things about public school. In fact, even to the parent level, where they don't even care. They just okay, go to school if you want to go to school. In my market square, come back and meet me like that. So these are where I feel there are a lot of things parents need to know, it's like gaps where they need to understand that irrespective, you might not give them the best, at least try your best. Try your best and make sure you make sure that they are even worth going to school. Some parents have just died down academic in their mindset. They feel it did not work for me, it might not work for you. So that's it. So yeah, the parents has a lot of job to do. These are gaps where I feel that they should feel, and it's not enough for the headmistress or the headmaster to keep telling them. Like I said, the headmistress of that particular school, that I said the boy keeps showing up, and they said the parent does not care if he wears uniform or not. And these are painful things that a lot of things can be said.
So what does purpose-driven entrepreneurship mean in practical terms?
Mm, purpose driven. Um, Let me talk of fashion.
Okay.
In Victoria in that area. Number one, I like I said, it's a season where I started learning, started doing a lot of things, branding our people. Number one of the purpose driven thing to me is creating employment. Yeah. Although it has been challenge, which I'll mention. Yeah. Creating employment. Okay, I train you because I love to train, I love to teach. And so I think I know the left and right. I learned from 3 different courses. And so I know how different 3 of them actually taught me, and I can bring them to one. So I trained a lot of people where I want you to stand on your own, have your own brand. Okay, but I can be proud to tell you that okay, I was the one that trained. You can say it anyway that okay, you started from here. So I have a lot of them. I can't. I don't want to mention.
Let me join that line.
So, but one of the challenges I know that they face is how to start up getting funds for starting up because equipment now and I was in a program with I don't know if it's still the current chairman of UI, Mr. Piton. Then actually in fact I had to bring up that case that okay, what about people that are just about to start their business, they don't have funds, how do you do about it? And this one told me something that I now practically saw that it's actually true. he said there are millions of minerals available for people that want to start business. But the basic issue is that if you tell them who and bring to guarantor, they end up not bringing them because people are scared of being guarantor to people. And that's why we need to be authentic in everything we do, irrespective, because it will actually make you irrespective of wherever you are. Even getting reference, just the reference where someone wants to, it's difficult. It's really difficult. That's it.
Now, what advice would you give to students who aspire to succeed in both academics and entrepreneurship?
All right. First, you have to be disciplined. Big time.
But that discipline takes a lot, though. You have to beat yourself.
Yeah, big time. You have to be disciplined. Number one, and number two is you need to know what you want. Yeah. Some are doing business to sustain themselves. Some want to do it and want to be big. Some just okay. I just find myself there. Let's just push it. Anyhow it comes. So number one, you have to have a very good discipline. Number two, know what you want and have this trust of you want it to grow more than where it is now. Like by God's grace, next month 11, my company will be 15 years.
Oh,
So I'm not yet.
I hope we're celebrating. Celebrating. Jennifer is something to
Celebration.
to one of okay.
All right. So yeah, I never started like this where I have a lot of people. Like I said I bought my first machine with my
Sell your food.
how many students of today want to do
Oh no.
yeah, yeah,
1%.
exactly. So it's a joy for you. So another thing is you have to build relationship. Yeah, you have to build relationship because they used to say that you can't be an island of your own. Or there are people that you are surrounded with that can actually help you, but you don't know. And once you don't voice out, that's another thing I want to talk about. You need to talk. You want to start a business. Let everybody know that's what you do. For me, if I'm meeting you for the first time and you don't know what I do, somehow in our conversation, I'll make sure that I bring in fashion. Even if I see that the conversation is not looking like it has to do with fashion, like I fake a call. Oh, you have delivered the clothes at me. Oh, all right. And then I drop before. Oh, sorry, I'm fashion that. So I pass the message. You already know. So that's that. Then your appearance of what you do, you must be able to show it. There must be evidence, there must be record of what you do. Like I said I've won grants, I've pitched, I've learned over time. Okay, this is where you're coming from. Okay, what's the production like from year to year? So all these things take discipline, and that's if you want to really grow. Yeah. So you need to understand your business. Like I'm only talking from the point of fashion. I don't know what the maybe shoe business is. I don't know how it look like. I don't know what cake business. I don't know what information look like. But in terms of fashion, if a student is coming to me, okay, I want to be a fashion designer. I also want to be um if my academic, I don't want it to maybe want to fall for each other. Number one, you have to be disciplined. You have to keep your time, and if then make sure you collect jobs you know you can deliver. And I would can say for free yeah that for the past 15 years I've been disappointed in. Oh, because I'm trying to change a lot of narrative. That is where academic comes in. Yeah, where they say tailors they disappoint, tailors they do this, they do that. No, we have to change that narrative. It might not be efficient 100%, but even if it's going to move like I'm with mass pressure, even if it's from 0.1% that okay, not all tailors will disappoint. No, so, I'm fine with it. So you need to understand that you don't take job that will choke you. Know your strength, and by so doing, you can be able to balance a lot of things. And I would say this academic. I wouldn't say you should not come out best, maybe because I came out best. But I would say that don't just make sure that you're striving. It has to be first class. It has to be distinction. It has to be this. It has to be that. But try your best and okay, at least at worst case, do so more. I'm a preacher of two more. I'm not class. So what's happened to those that have two more? No, I'm not saying they are not good. But if you really want to like okay, you want to balance a lot of things, please it should not be that bad that you should do that. Yeah, but you know sometimes it's not really conditions. You know, yeah, I understand. But you try. Anyways, like I said, you try. Yeah, yeah. There are unforeseen circumstances that will come that might actually warrant you from not getting what you know. But irrespective, that course you are doing, you know it. Yes. A lot of people. I know guys that are good at me, but I came out best than them generally. Yeah. I used to look up. Sure, assignment time, I'll reach out to them. Oh, yeah, I have to do this. Me, I'll copy. Yes, so, but maybe we are writing the exam and sent you out due to one or two things. These are things that can actually affect.
Yeah.
Or maybe you are going to one lecturer at the point, you have to get back to you and things like that. So, but at least don't let it affect, don't let your parent or people that are sponsoring you tell you that it's because of the business and make your academic do this. No, don't give them that opportunity to make that statement. So, in respect, you just be good for your
Mm. Now, so what do you see yourself? Because I mean, you say you're 30, right? You just clocked 30. So in the past 30 years, we've been building and building and building. What are we looking at in the nearest future? You know, what's your plan? Are you still going to Are we still going to get more degrees?
anyway, the highest of degree in academic space.
So where are we going after PhD?
You can start your friendship from BSc. And then I don't want to do that. Anyways, for academic, like I said, I would love to be a professor. Funny enough, I'm not forcing these things, especially the academic part. I'm not doing it at my leisure. There are days where I just feel like to read. And I do it. Once I do it, I get a lot of results.
Yeah.
Only when maybe we have the exams, I have to force myself to read. I cannot wake up in Sunday morning. That's what, or maybe I went to pee in the middle of the night and I'm coming back to my bed. I don't feel like to sleep again. That's it. So, like I said, I don't force it, but I would love to be a professor. Comes fine, does it. It's not a big deal. The that aside. Number two, when it comes to the fashion, where I want to be, I would love to have a fashion school. But like I said, I love to train. And anything that'll make me have a fashion school today will create more employment. Will create more employment.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. So that is one of the basic thing. Then for the NGO, I would love to make sure it's a vision that will never die. Even when I die, that's what I'm actually creating. Where it will get to a point that it goes. This one it was stated quarterly. That's the vision. It get to a point where I want to do it consistently. That okay, this has to go. Then maybe in the fashion school or be department that has that it has to this was what you just come here to do. And so that's what I see myself in the nearest future. Closer, the Christy.
Yeah, good. You have to be close to you have to be. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a really good thing. You know, I'm even I myself, I'm watching out. You know,
All right.
I'm watching out.
I'm disappointed.
You know, I'm watching out. You know, that's a really good thing. You know, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It was so good to have you here. We hope we have you some other time.
Yeah, but I'm going to say one or two things.
Okay.
Like, for those that are just planning to come into the business entrepreneur, I have a more or less like a reading or let's say a quote, and you're starting for the first time, you don't know anything about it. Then you use fashion to generalize it. First thing you need to do, you need to imitate what everybody is doing. That's the area you can go for. That's number one. You imitate like three eyes. You imitate it. Do what everybody are doing. Don't worry. It's a matter of time. You with that time you understand the work itself. Number two, when you feel like you're saturated with the imitation, you can now start to what's that word? Iterate. Like you have to do it multiple times. You already know it. Do it multiple times. By the time you do it multiple times, you know the mistakes. You know when you see a clothes, you know definitely this is where the problem is coming from. You don't need to even gamble. Then the third one, that's where innovation starts. Now you already know the basic, you know the in and out. Then you cannot start your own design. So, and I believe that this will work for any other entrepreneur that are coming. Okay, you are into shoemaking. Copy what they are doing. Do the normal plan everybody's doing. Do the normal shoe they are doing. Don't worry. Do it over and over again. Get better in it. Then you now start to think of how are you going to bring innovation. Innovation is just bringing something new that someone has not done before into the system. Then you're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. Thank you.
Amazing. Today's discussion highlighting how academic excellence, business innovation, and community service can work together to create meaningful and sustainable change. We explore the role of discipline, consistency, leadership, and purpose in building a successful enterprise while contributing positively to society. The conversation also emphasized the importance of educational empowerment and the need for collaborative efforts to address barriers that prevent many young people from accessing quality learning opportunities. It demonstrated how businesses can go beyond making profit to become platforms for social transformation and community development. As Nigeria continues to pursue inclusive growth and sustainable development, purpose driven entrepreneurship will remain an important force for economic empowerment, educational advancement, and social progress. Initiatives that combine enterprise with impact have the potential to inspire future generations and contribute to a more equitable and prosperous society. If you're just joining us, you can catch up on this conversation with highlights on our social media. We are Trade FM live across all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube channel. Thank you for staying tuned to Trade FM. Have a good day. Thank you.